And we are on. So we have one of my favorite islands. I so love Cyndi, known her for years. Just had a group 19 there last week, and Cyndi Miller made it happen. I cannot thank her enough for all the info she researched. By the way, they want to go back next year. Just that good. that was some
Oh,
that was some comments we got under the post.
oh, that's so nice.
Yeah, so you are the rock star. Good morning, travel advisors. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Thursday. As usual, let us know where you are listening in from. We have Saint Martin and Saint Martin in the house. I was trying to pronounce it correctly, like Saint Martin and Saint
I
Martin.
know. It can be tricky, right?
Be tricky, correct? Yeah, it could be tricky, but good morning, Alexis. You're in Mexico right now. Mexico, like Mexico? Good morning, Christine. How are you? Christine, I think, is in New York. So, good morning, travel advisors. Thank you all for tuning in to our weekly coffee chat. Good morning, Lulu. So, we have Saint Martin and Saint Martin in the house. And she will be, I know I've seen a lot of questions about Saint Martin, especially when we had all the COVID stuff going on. Good morning, Brooke. Good morning, Latasha. Latasha is bringing a group of 53 to St. Martin in 2 weeks.
Excellent. Well, tell her to reach out to me. I'm happy to help how I can.
So yeah, so you should have seen this email address already, Latasha. But if you have any questions, if you want any help, she said reach out to her and she could help. Good morning, Gloria. Gloria is in Atlanta, Georgia. So St. Martin is definitely a very popular destination, especially in our task group. I've seen lots and lots of questions. Um, yeah, Latasha, take her email. It's Cyndi Miller at her full name at AOL.com. So you could connect with her for your group.
I
And
can
Lulu,
send some maps and guidebooks if she needs any, Cal, and some luggage tags, things like that.
oh, that sounds fantastic. And Cyndi would, let me Cyndi. Lulu would also love to connect with you. I have her email address at the bottom of the tickler. You should see that. Cyndi Miller Ed at AOL.com. So you could just take a note of it as well. So I haven't even introduced my guest, but everybody seems to know who she is. So good morning, travel partners. Thank you for joining us today. We are very excited. We've had so many inquiries about St. Martin and St. Martin. And today we have Miss Cyndi Ed with us this morning, and she'll be telling us everything we need to know about St. Martin. So Alexis also have a group in September. So you have to connect with Cyndi. If you have not, just take her email address and she can send you some luggage tags and other nice goodies for your group. So this is awesome. She can make you look fantastic.
Absolutely.
So without further ado, I'm going to give Cyndi the floor to talk to us about St. Martin. I know she has a presentation, so whenever you're ready to share your screen, go ahead and do so.
That
And we
sounds
will.
great. Gonna do that now. And let's see how we're going here.
Oops, I think you did it. Okay, got it.
I think we're good, right? Just should take a second.
Christy
And
Noah
hi,
said
everyone. I'm
it.
so excited to be here. Kelly, is it up? Can you see my screen?
Yes, we could see the screen. Yes,
Awesome.
right
So
ahead.
thank you so much for this invite to be joining you for your coffee chat. I'm so excited to tell you some of the updates on the island of St. Martin. I've been lucky enough to work for the island for over 25 years. And it's been such a wonderful destination, always changing, always some great things to share with, the travel advisor community. So I'm going to start out with some of the basics, and then I'll talk a little bit about the hotels. And Kel, I know you want me to keep it, it'll be probably about like 15, 20 minutes, hopefully.
Take
So
take
hope,
take
is
whatever
that
time you
okay?
take all the time you need. We
Okay, perfect. That sounds great. So I think everyone knows there's two spellings for St. Martin. To the left is the Dutch spelling, to the right is the French spelling, because we really are a sovereign, two different sovereign nations. And I sometimes get a little, I see just one side spelled or just the other, and really both sides are the correct way. And the double A is the Dutch way, and the Matrin is the French way. Just a little bit about the COVID protocols. We welcome all travelers. If you're vaccinated, you do not have to provide a negative COVID test. If you are unvaccinated, then you do have to provide a negative COVID test within 48 hours. And things are always changing. This is our website. Always check it, because I may say today that that's the rule, and then tomorrow they may loosen it up a little bit more. And I think it's so exciting for all of us, because things are really opening up in the Caribbean. I love seeing all those restrictions being dropped on so many of the different islands. So our location, we have a wonderful location in the heart of the Caribbean. We're close to Anguilla and St. Bart's, very close to the U.S. Virgin Islands, and also some small islands like Saba and St. Eustatius. We're definitely a small island. So there's so many beautiful big islands in the Caribbean. We're one of the smaller ones. We're just 37 square miles. We have 37 different beaches, and the northern part is the French part. Southern part is the Dutch part. So keep in mind, it's just 12 miles top to bottom. And then just quickly, our capitals: Marigot is the capital of the French side. Philipsburg is the capital of the Dutch side. Just keep in mind, though, everyone, you'll hear different languages, which makes it so nice. You're hearing French on the French side, Dutch and Papiamento on the Dutch side, but everyone speaks English. So I think that's really important to know. And US dollar is accepted, and our temperature, like every place else in the Caribbean, just wonderful, 80 degrees year round generally. We are definitely a melting pot, lots of different nationalities on the island. So I love that part of St. Martin too. You've got all of these cultures that have come together. And we're located in the Guinness Book of World Records. The fact that we're the smallest island in the world to be shared by two different nations. And it's been over 370 years of us coexisting together, which is really pretty special. We have a total open border. You never have to show a passport once you've arrived in the airport. So in 1648, it's kind of a cute story. A Frenchman and a Dutchman stood back to back at this monument, and they decided to set the border by walking in opposite directions. So they did that. But the story goes that the Frenchman just drank water and the Dutchman drank a lot of beer, and he wasn't able to cover as much territory. So the French side is a lot bigger than the Dutch side. We don't know if the story is true, but we think it might be. But we've got a lot of history and forts. We've got great air service coming into St. Martin. Our airport is Princess Juliana Airport. We have a really beautiful runway. We're a bit of a hub for the other islands like Anguilla and St. Bart's, because we have so many great international flights coming in. And all of these different carriers arrive in St. Martin, from American to Delta to JetBlue, Frontier, Spirit, and United. So just great service coming into the island. So that's, we feel really lucky and really blessed that way. We have an unusual airport. I'm sure some of you have been there. It has an incredibly low runway, and the planes land right overhead. So it's really fun to come here. We've got two popular beach bars that you can come to, and super fun to stay here and just watch the flights coming in and out. One of the beach bars, the Sunset Beach Bar, has gone through a really nice renovation program. They post all of the flights so you know exactly when the planes are arriving. And we've had a lot of nice improvements to our infrastructure. You can see here, this is the bridge that goes over Simpson Bay. So it means that the airport, which is on the Dutch side, you can take the bridge over to Marigot, and now it takes only about 8 or 9 minutes to get over to Marigot. And it used to, you had to go all the way around Simpson Bay. So this new bridge has made such a difference. And this is the way you used to have to go. And we do have a lot of yachting on the island because we're so close to so many different islands. Like, I mentioned St. Bart's, Saba. We also have a lot of deserted islands. We're really a mecca for a lot of sailing vacations. The Moorings has a really large operation in St. Martin also, so keep that in mind. And the Moorings is a great option for agents. Now in the era of COVID, people are loving, the villas products, but they're also liking the private sailboats. So keep that in mind. They all pay commission on agents with agents. So Philipsburg is the Dutch capital. It was named after a captain, John Phillips, in the Dutch army. And this is where the cruise ships do come in. This is Great Bay, which is a beautiful downtown. It has a very pretty beach. And where this shot is taken from is where the former Sonesta Great Bay was. And that property has been taken down to the ground, and we're going to be rebuilding a brand new hotel here, which is going to be a Planet Hollywood. It's part of the Blue Diamond collection. And our boardwalk in Philipsburg is fabulous. 100% duty-free shopping in the downtown. I love walking on the boardwalk in the mornings. About maybe 10 years ago, a little bit more, they added this boardwalk to downtown, and it's so fun. There's restaurants on one side and the beach on the other, and a great place for walking. We have a lot of the Dutch architecture that you'll find in Aruba and Bonaire and Curacao, those beautiful pastel buildings. And then in Philipsburg, you're going to find a really pretty beach too, which makes it really nice. And I always tell people, try the guava berry. It is one of the drinks that is very important to St. Martin. It's a drink that in St. Martin we serve at the holiday times, but it's a great place to try it is this Guava Berry Emporium right on Main Street in downtown. And you can't buy guava berry anyplace else but in St. Martin. The berry is pretty unique to the island. You'll find a few of the guava berry bushes like in the U.S. Virgin Islands, but it's a little bit unique. And of course, we're a big cruise pier. We did do some nice additions to the cruise pier over the past 15 years. Years ago, when I started, you had to tender into St. Martin to spend the day. And now we have this beautiful new cruise pier. And then Marigot is the French capital. It also has kind of a new jetty area that comes out into the water. You're looking at one of our big marinas. This is where the boats go back and forth over to the island of Anguilla. Anguilla, the ferry to Anguilla is kind of right below what you're looking at here. And there's a brand new ferry terminal being built, which we're really excited about. But this shot is from Fort St. Louis. Great place to come to kind of see the views around the island and looking to some of the neighboring islands. This is our marketplace. We have a great craft marketplace that happens both in Marigot and in Philipsburg. So very fun to come here and buy some locally made items. We also have a fish market and a fruit market, which happens on Wednesday and Saturdays. And we do have a new area in downtown Marigot with lots of the Lolos, which are beautiful buildings that were created. We had Hurricane Irma that came through St. Martin about 4.5 years ago. And this beautiful, like there's these new little restaurants that are downtown, and they're very interesting, the design of them, and they're right by the marketplace area. And then I always tell people Roland Richardson is one of our great painters. If you can, he's a native born painter from the island. Have a chance to pass by one of his galleries if you do get a chance. And I like to always tell people we are a culinary capital. We honestly have such amazing food on the island of St. Martin, and it's all levels of pricing from expensive down to really budget things that you can find. You do not have to spend a lot of money on dining, but I will guarantee you the food will be amazing. Some of the best restaurants are located in the village of Grand Cas. And if any of you need restaurant suggestions, just let me know. I have a lot that are my favorites, and I can share with you just some great ideas, because the culinary part of St. Martin is so very, very important. And these are some of the great restaurants, like, both sides of the island. Years ago, it used to be thought that you stayed on the Dutch side, but you ate on the French side. But I have to say now we've got great restaurants on both sides and great accommodations on both sides of the island. We've got a neat place called Emilio's, which is at the Rainforest Adventure. We've got our Lolos, which are located in the village of Grand Cas, which are very fun for casual dining. Usually you can eat for under $10, and it's just delicious food. And then we have the nightlife. We have the casinos, which are so important to the island. We have 12 casinos. They're only on the Dutch side of the island. And we also have a great calendar of events. Having the two sides means that we have two different carnivals, and they're two fabulous ones. The French side is during the Lent period, and the Dutch side is usually the end of the last 2 weeks of April, can lead into May a bit. We've got a great sailing race that's called the Heineken Sailing Regatta, which happens in March. Always really fun to be there when the regatta is happening. And then we have something that's a little bit newer to the island. It's called Mardi Gras night, and it's Tuesday nights in the village of Grand Cas. So much fun. And I was so excited this year that this came back again, because we had a couple of years because of COVID that this wasn't happening. But it's a really fun food festival, but it has music and fireworks and bands, and it's on the main boulevard in Grand Cas. And then just keep in mind our beaches. Obviously, you're thinking of the Caribbean, you're thinking of great beaches. We have lots of different ones. They all look a little bit different. This is the area around the Kupakoi, which has beautiful cliffs. We've got our famous beach that some of you may have visited. It's Orient Beach, which is long. It has great restaurants along here. Some of the great new hotels are located here on Orient Beach. And this was really ground zero. A lot of the damage and destruction from Hurricane Irma happened here on the northern part of the French side and into Grand Cas. And I'm so happy that these restaurants have all rebuilt. And I wanted to share with you some of my favorites, like La Playa and Cacao and Bikini. They've all been rebuilt, and they look great. And we do have a lot of attractions, and you can get to the attractions by renting a car. Really, really easy to rent a car on the island, and it's inexpensive. Most people will rent a car for a day, and you can't really get lost because we're so tiny. But we've got a lot of attractions to see. You can go to the Rainforest Adventures, which is on the Dutch side, about 10 minutes from Phillipsburg. And it is a historical museum. It has a beautiful chairlift that takes you to the top, this beautiful viewing platform. And then there's some really fun rides. One of them is the Flying Dutchman, which you sit in, and it's the steepest zip line in the world now. And you basically basically sit in it and you go down the mountain, and it's super fun. And then we also have more traditional zip lines up at Rainforest Adventure, and those are also really fun. And then on the French side, we have an area called the Lottery Farm. That's a nature reserve. It's a restaurant, beautiful pool area. And this also has great zip lines and walking trails. And this restaurant here is fabulous. It's called the Treehouse. And if you're looking for something different on the island, this is really fun to come here. And the zip lines here are fabulous also. We do have something called Tijan, which is a perfume factory where you can create your own perfume. This is in the village of Grand Cas. We also have a delicious rum tasting place. It's the Rum Factory for Toppers Rum. And this has consistently won a lot of the best rum awards. Really unique flavors like banana, raspberry, really unique styles of rum. And I love the colors of it too. They're all different colors. And they have a new ice cream parlor, like a gelato factory that they have that's attached to their rum factory. We have something called St. Martin Nectar, where we create our own toiletry products. People can tour the factory. It's all made from locally grown, botanical products. We have something called Parrotville, really fun for people that want to have an experience with birds. We've got the 12-meter challenge, which is a great activity. These are two of the boats that raced in the America's Cup yacht races, and two of them are based on the island of St. Martin. And you can do excursions. You can see what it feels like to be in one of those really, fast sailboats. Everyone's given a job, and it's super fun. And this is located right in downtown Phillipsburg, and you take the boat out right from downtown. And we've got new attractions too, like the Rusty Parrot, which is also downtown. It's a pirate experience. We have a new place in Marigot that has the delicious guava berry tasting, and they have a lot of really delightful products, jellies and jams that they make from guava berry. And then, just like here in the United States, there are so many places to try the different breweries, because, the craft breweries have become really, really popular. And we have 3 places now on St. Martin that you can go in and have beer tastings, and they've got really fun areas. One of them, I love this logo with the airplane on it. And then we do have great nightlife. We're known for the nightlife on the island, good places to go in the evening. We've got some other islands you can visit, like the little island of Pinel, which is just off the cul-de-sac area of the island. This is really fun to come to. It's a very short boat ride, just about, under 5-minute boat ride. And it only costs $10 to go over, and then it's free to come back. And when you visit Pinel Island, there's 2 great restaurants, there's walking trails, and there's some really good snorkeling over here too. One of these restaurants, Carabuni, is just fabulous. Delicious food. I'm sure a lot of you get Caribbean Journal. You'll see that this restaurant is really, when they list different beach restaurants, this wins awards very, very often. And then we've got all the water excursions like the Lambada. You can try surfing, and you can visit all of these neighboring islands like Anguilla and St. Bart's. We've got a great ferry system that operates from St. Martin. This is our ferry terminal that's in Marigot, and this is being totally redone as we speak. And we've got the, basically hourly service over to the island of Anguilla. It costs about $20 to get over. And I just tell people, just bring your passport, because these islands are all different. Anguilla's British, Saba's Dutch, St. Bart's is French, but we're connected, which is so great. And, we're lucky because we offer a neat product, but these day trip excursions over to Anguilla and over to St. Bart's make us a really, it's valuable. You can come, and if you don't want to stay in St. Bart's, you can spend a long day there. And this is a picture of Gustavia here, and you're looking across to St. Martin. And then I love Saba. I don't know, Kel, if you've had anyone from the Saba tourist office on before, but this is such a neat island, and it doesn't have any beaches, but it has some cute towns, great places for hiking, and fantastic diving options. So we get some of the divers from St. Martin that travel over there. And then super fast, I wanted to just say to you just a little bit about the island, our hotel products. You know, we've got the Sonesta has two properties for all-inclusive options because as you heard from my presentation, we have so many restaurants and things to do. We're not really an all-inclusive island. We're an island that people go and explore. So we've got just a couple options for all-inclusives. Two of them are the Sonesta, the Ocean Point and the Sonesta Maho. Ocean Point is what you're looking at there, the low rise portion. And then the high rise portion, that's the Sonesta Maho. This is a great property for people. It's adjacent, you know, very close to the airport. And this has been totally redone. You can see the picture to the left, that's the hurricane. That's what the damage that was done to this property. And to the right is the brand new hotel. And they have done such a great job here at the Sonesta. You know, you've got great rooms, but the food is good. There's a lot of activities. And you can see here just the pretty view looking out over to the airport. You know, they've got the Sunset Beach. That's the beach that they use. You can also walk to Mullet Bay Beach from the Sonesta. And they do a lot of weddings and they have a very, very popular casino. And then this is Ocean Point, which is their luxury adults only section, which is separated. If you're at Ocean Point, you can use the Maho facilities. And they've done a great job with this property too. So both Ocean Point and Maho are two really good options. Oyster Bay, which is on the Dutch side, has also made some great improvements. This is the new tower that they've built at Oyster Bay. This is just a room only property, but I love the location, great stretch of beach here. And this property has really come along and they've made a nice addition. Next door, they've opened a property called Coral Beach Club, which is really like a luxury villa resort. And this is, you know, all of these are sold by our tour operator partners. But Coral Beach Club, which is in the Dawn Beach area, is fabulous. Great private pools, 1, 2, and 3 bedroom units. They've done a great job here. And then Divvy Little Bay is right downtown. I think a lot of you probably have heard of, you know, you've sold the other Divvies. This is right downtown Phillipsburg on the Dutch side. They've also just opened up a brand new tower called the Oceans Tower that is beautiful. And then this is a new property. I love this hotel. It is on Orient Beach. It's tiny, just about 40 rooms, but what a location they have. This is the lobby area. You're steps away from Orient Beach. And I love the design that they've done for La Playa. And this is being added by some of the key tour operators. So just keep an eye out for it. And then you can eat at their restaurant, which is called La Playa. And that's where their breakfast is included. This is another brand new hotel, Orient Beach Hotel, right next door to La Playa. This I also adore. They've done a great job here. I like the decor. They've got a great general manager woman, Florence. She's awesome. And again, you're right on Orient Beach. And then this property, Grand Coast Beach Club, has been popular for so very long. They've added a new pool. Their rooms have all been totally redone. This was devastated with Hurricane Irma. So this is also a totally reimagined property. And then Belmont La Samana is one of our high end. It's probably our most luxurious property. It's part of the Belmont chain, right on the beautiful Bay Long, which is a fabulous beach. And, you know, this for years has been one of the most iconic high end properties. And they also have totally redone. I love the peach that they've picked here. They've also got some villas. And then, we have some of our properties that have been popular for a long time, like Esmeralda, La Plantacion, and we do have a new secrets. And this is exciting to us having AM Resorts here. This is the setting. A lot of you remember this. This was Le Méridien, L'Habitation, Le Domaine. Then it became the Radisson Blu. And most recently, it was the Riu Palace. But basically, AM Resorts took this property owner over. They closed it for a few years and they opened up just about, not even, I guess it's about a year ago. I was there last May for the opening, and it's been about a year now. I love the setting. It is a little smaller than some of the other secrets, and it's not a new build, but honestly, the team here, a lot of them have been working at this property since it was Le Méridien L'Habitation. So it's a great team of people, great chef, and they have 4 restaurants to pick from. And I love the setting. You do have the marina that's on property and a really pretty beach. And they've added the swim out suites, which is, I guess, a signature for the Secrets brand. So they do have those. And then they have 5 restaurants at the property. And then this is something new, the Morgan, right by the airport, really popular new hotel. It's where the caravanserai used to be. So a lot of you that have been in the business for a long time will remember the caravanserai. And then we've got a lot of smaller boutique properties like Seascape, which is also located on the Dutch side. So there are a lot of these villa options that we can help you and assist you with. If you ever need, I think on the island, we're one of the islands like a St. Bart's and Barbados and Turks that has a really great villa portfolio. So feel free to reach out if you need any, suggestions on the villa experience. And, of course, these are great money makers for agents because, getting a commission on a booking like this is amazing. So these are my details, just so you all have it. I'm based in New York, and I've been with St. Martin for a really long time. I'm happy to help however I can with you guys, whether it's a suggestion on a certain type of property, restaurant suggestions, my to-do list. If you've got groups going, reach out. I'll send you maps and guidebooks. And if you ever need me to do any trainings, I'm more than happy to do that also. So I think let's see, did I get out of that, Cal? Let's see if I
Yes,
did that.
yes, you did. That was a fantastic presentation. I'll sleep on the beach. I'll just go and sleep on the beach.
Well, I would love for you to come, and I'd love for you. You've been, haven't you?
I was a child. I think I was a
Oh
little
my
girl
God.
probably. So
We
I
need to
yes,
get you back. We need to get you back.
that was fantastic. I'm like I really need to go. So yeah,
Well,
I
you
just
just
said
let me
thank
know.
you. Great updates. Jerry said definitely need to get back. Let me put some of this comments on the screen. Yeah, this was really, I mean, I was just staring at the screen. This was really a good presentation. So Alexis has a group and she said she's going to be contacting you.
Yes, please do, Alexis.
Aisha said thanks for the update. Jerry said a very good presentation and she has to go back. I totally agree. Any questions? Fabulous presentation. I've been there twice. I need to go back. That's Teresa. Yeah, I think the presentation was so good that I don't think we have much questions. So Janet is
Oh, that's
asking, is
great.
Sherry still by the airport? I don't know whether is Sherry still by the airport? I,
Sherry's is not by the airport anymore. I understand there's something going in there, but I don't know what it is. And that was always one of my favorite places to go. They had live music. They're doing something different there, and I'm excited to see what it is. I have a fam going down in June, so I'm looking forward to seeing where Sherry's was. But trust me, we've got a lot of other night spots. You are never bored, and
it doesn't seem like
really
that.
don't close.
There is just for small islands, there is so much to do, and the offerings are so diverse, so that there is something for everyone. Definitely a place to put on my list to go. So I mean, all of our comments are saying great info. Thanks for the update. Um, so
And
no questions, just
but Kelly,
lots
one
of
thing I wanted to
thank
mention, if
yous for
I just wanted to say, if anyone has an interest, like I run a couple of FAMs every year. So I'd love to get, some of your agents down with me too. So if anyone has an interest in traveling on a FAM, I've got one going in a couple weeks. The next one will be in November. So email me and I'll keep you on my database and my list, and we'll let you know when I make the plans for the next FAM trip.
Okay, so Gloria said that she'd like to put together a trip for next year, and Lulu is already in. So Lulu will connect you because she's in for the farm trip. Let me
Perfect.
see. Most of the comments were just thanking you for the
Okay,
information
no
and
worries.
great
Well,
update, very good presentation. I don't think we have any questions because you were so thorough and very detailed. So
well,
um,
good. Well,
Julie
thank you
said she
so
would love.
much for having me today. And, I
Oh,
wish
so
everyone,
I'm so happy you did this. So again, travel advisors, we've been talking to Natasha is sending you her email right now. We've been
perfect.
to Cyndi Miller, head of St. Martin, to both islands, and she gave a fantastic presentation. So if you're watching on the replay and you have any questions, just her email address is there. It's also on the ticker, so you could find it. And she's asking you to connect with her. Um, so you could be on her database because some of you are not on a database that it looks like. So connect with her, send her an email so she could add you to her database. No, Gloria, you send her an email, Gloria. um Sorry, Gloria, can you send her an email instead, and she'll add you to her database. So great presentation from Norman. So it's everybody's been saying the same thing. So that's for sure. Marianne said, thank you, Kelly and Cyndi. No, thank you, Cyndi. So that was fantastic. So, so all of the comments are just saying thank you for the update. I think it was needed. So you need to come back here often to update us.
I'll count me in.
Come back again and but this will stay in the group. This will stay on task. It's also on our YouTube page as well. So you can also watch click on the link and get it and watch whenever you want to, but this will stay in the task so you could go back and watch if something you don't remember or you have a question about St. Martin. This was very, very detailed, so you can always go back and watch it if you have any questions. But that was great. So Norman is asking, will you be in New York City for the June 9th presentation?
Yes, I'm actually giving it. So
I
whoever's
was
seeing
gonna
it will be seeing it again. It'll be a different presentation because it's just the French side.
Okay, so that answers your question, Norman. So this one was a bonus. You had both sides here. So the one in York would be just the French
What's
side.
Norman's last name?
Williams.
Williams. Okay, perfect.
So we had a very good turnout for this presentation. So that was fantastic. So that says that St. Martin is very popular and everybody is updated. So again, this will stay in the chat in on the task page. So if you only watching on the replay, this is Cyndi with St. Martin and St. Martin. And that was a very detailed presentation. So go through it. If you have any questions, you could send her an email. And if you are not in connecting with her, please send her an email so she could add you to her database. So you can always be updated about St. Martin, St. Martin. So Cyndi, you'll have to come back again.
I will, Kelly. Thank you so
Date
much. And
us
I hope
because this
everyone
was
has
good.
a great summer.
Most definitely. Can I ask which presentation in New York will be on June 9th? Can I email more info? So Eileen is asking about the New York presentation.
We actually we've got two of our or three of our government officials coming into New York City, and we're doing an event in New York. Unfortunately, we sent the invitation out and we're already over
Subscribe.
over the number, oversubscribed. So unfortunately, we just had a really big turnout for it. So, which is a good thing. I think people are ready, travel advisors are ready to come out, but we will be doing seminars. Like in November, we do our seminars, like we'll do Boston, Connecticut, New Jersey, Long Island, Pennsylvania. So we'll make sure if anyone sends me their information, I'll make sure we add you to those dinners, most definitely.
So again, send Cyndi an email, cindymiller@aol.com, so you can be in her database so that you can be updated and not miss anything that St. Martin is going to be having. If you want to be missing the dinner that Norman put on blast, so make sure you put her, you connect with her so you can be in her contact information. So she said, thank you. She said, great, thank you.
Perfect.
Thank you, everyone. This was really informative. So now I have to add more islands to my list to visit very soon.
I know your bucket list, your
Yeah,
Caribbean bucket list.
Caribbean bucket list. I really enjoyed this. But I sent you an email because you have a map that I really want to use in my presentation. So I sent you an email so you could share some things with me. So thank you so much.
Okay.
And then we'll love to see you again for coffee chat. To give another update, maybe in a couple of months, we'd love to have you back here again for coffee chat. So thank you.
That sounds wonderful. Count me in. I was so glad to see you in Atlanta.
I know, yes, things are getting back to normal again.
I know, exactly.
So thank you all to
All
our
right,
advisors.
everyone.
Enjoy the long weekend. Be safe. Remember, COVID hasn't gone anywhere yet. And then now we have monkeypox. So be on your safe guard.
Oh,
So
God.
take care of yourself and be safe. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye.
Bye, everyone.
I think we have no more.